Good afternoon, everybody. A look at your headlines on this Monday afternoon. A man arrested over the weekend for setting a governor's mansion on fire. Plus, a Northwest Florida home gutted by fire early this morning. And a woman in critical condition after an attempt on her life in Wilmer. WKRG's News 5 Now begins now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. Glad to be with you on this beautiful Monday afternoon. I hope that all of you had a great weekend doing whatever you were doing. I was pretty busy with all my kids' activities, but we did take some time yesterday just to be outside and enjoy some sunshine. And this is the reason we live here on the Gulf Coast. This is like picture perfect weather. Let's get right to our big stories at this hour, beginning with number 5. The man accused of starting a large fire in the Pennsylvania governor's mansion told police he hated Governor Josh Shapiro. Cody Wilmer was arrested this weekend after he allegedly broke into the home and set fires in several rooms. Wilmer's mother claims her son is mentally ill and he was off his medicine. Number 4, 2 companion bills requiring Alabama public schools to display the 10 Commandments are one step closer to being passed. The Senate and House bills have moved out of committee and are now set to go before both legislative chambers for a vote. If passed, the measures would require each Board of Education to display a copy of the 10 Commandments in a common area of each school. Louisiana passed a similar measure last year, but it has since been blocked by a federal judge. Number 3, a home gutted by fire in Northwest Florida. Crews were called to a home on Milestone Boulevard in the Ensley community around 5:30 this morning. The flames destroyed the house and 2 cars parked in the driveway. 2 neighboring homes were also damaged. No word on what caused that fire. Number 2, 2 teenagers are dead after a collision last night in Foley at an intersection that's become notorious for deadly wrecks. It happened near the intersection of County Road 65 and Airport Road. Witnesses tell WKRG the teens were traveling north on a scooter and were struck from behind by a pickup truck. The teens, ages 18 and 19, were killed instantly. Just over a year ago, 30-year-old Nicole Tate was killed by a hit-and-run driver at that exact same intersection. And number 1, a woman critically injured and her husband is dead after an attempted murder-suicide in Wilmer. Mobile County deputies responded to a shooting call at a house on Glenwood Court Saturday afternoon. When they got there, deputies found Maria Camano injured and her husband Refugio Camano Lopez shot in the head. Investigators say the man shot his wife before turning the gun on himself. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. All right, this is the time where we get to hear from you, and we want to start things off for our question of the day this week in a funny way. So we're asking you, what is your, or who is your favorite comedian? Who's your favorite comedian? Let's take a look at what you guys have to say. Me, Melvin. Melvin must be pretty funny. Leanne Morgan, she's so funny. George Carlin. Nate Bargatze. Clean comedy, he's so funny. I agree, Cindy, he is so funny. Rodney Dangerfield. Okay, Ann says her favorites, George Carlin, Robin Williams, and Ron White, all different styles of comedy. Robin Williams and Ron White. Jay Hickman, go for a little boat ride with Macho Man. Kevin James with Telephone Number Etiquette. My mom. Robin Williams. George Carlin. Richard Pryor. Tim Allen. Nate Bargatze. Me, of course. Eddie Murphy, Robin Williams, so many good ones. Chappelle, Dave Chappelle. Jay Leno, Tim Allen or Jeff Allen. John Candy, Steve Harvey, and Etta May. So many funny ones. The late Johnny Carson, I agree. So many funny ones. And when you think about them, it just brings back memories and makes you think about what skits they did that were just so memorable. So many funny ones. And I also love Jerry Seinfeld. Several years ago, I got to go to one of his shows at the Mobile Sanger Theater, and it was so funny. So some great question and some great answers for our question of the day. Okay, everybody, let's get to our poll of the day. We were curious, how many of you are bilingual? So, are you bilingual? Yes or no? Yes or no? Pretty cut and dry there. So, we want you to vote and tell us. And Paul says he can speak Southern and Yankee. Nikita's not really, she says, but she understands a lot of Spanish and a little Korean. I wish I could speak both languages. Marina, multilingual. Wow, Marina. German, English, Italian, some Greek, Dutch, Spanish, and French. Yes, says Lisa. English and ASL. Oui, Andrea says. Trilingual, says Vianney. Yes, 5 languages, says Tom. You know, some people just have such a great knack for languages, and I'm so jealous. You know, my father spoke Spanish fluently, and when we were little, we didn't learn it. I mean, he would speak to us in Spanish, but we'd never speak it back, and now I'm like, why didn't we learn it? I always say that to him. Why didn't you make us learn it? But I have kids, and I know they're stubborn, so that's probably why. But go ahead and vote in our poll of the day if you want to take part in that. You can do it until 5:30 tonight. That's when our next episode of News 5 Now airs. And don't forget to go ahead and answer our question of the day as well. Thank you so much for joining me for News 5 Now. I'll see you back for WKRG News 5 at 5 o'clock.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips.